Welcome to Combos from the Couch by LifeStance Health, where leading mental health professionals help guide you on your journey to a healthier, more fulfilling life. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Combos from the Couch. I'm Nicolette Lianza, and joining me today are Kiana Taylor, Stephanie Winfrey, and Stacy Ayton. And we will be talking about the importance of DEIB initiatives for a positive workplace culture. So welcome, Kiana, Stephanie, and Stacy.
Hi, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so let's start. Let's have you please tell us a little bit about yourselves and your current roles at LifeStance. So, Kiana, let's have you start us off.
I'm Kiana Taylor. I serve in a dual capacity at LifeStance Health as both a national credentialing coordinator and the director of the Diversity, Equity, Inclusion, and Belonging Committee. As the sole coordinator in Minnesota, manage a wide range of credentialing responsibilities, including onboarding and enrollment. And as the national director of DEIB, I lead a team of passionate individuals working together to blend diverse backgrounds into the very fabric of what we do here at LifeStance.
Oh my gosh, thank you. Sound like a very busy lady, for sure.
Here.
Stephanie?
Hi, again, my name is Stephanie Winfrey, and I work in Pennsylvania, and I am a licensed professional counselor, and I have been so since 2009. I've been in the field for quite a bit of time. This is my third year at LifeStance, and I am a psychotherapist that treats individuals age 14 and older, and I specialize in dialectical behavioral therapy training skills. And so I'm a very happy employee of LifeStance. This is a very interesting new thing for me because I come from a world of community behavioral health, and private practice is definitely very different.
Definitely, that it is. So great to have you with us at LifeSense.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Stephanie. And Stacy.
Hi, everyone. I'm Stacy. I am also a licensed professional counselor here at LifeStance. I'm in Ohio in our Cleveland area, and I am also our Midwest Regional DEIB chair. I'm really excited about being in that role. I've been at LifeStance 5 years. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just had my 5-year anniversary on the 1st.
Wow. Happy anniversary.
Yeah. And I specialize in EMDR therapy, as well as I'm trained in perinatal mood disorders, prenatal or postnatal.
Yeah, very important for sure. So thank you, Stacy. LifeSense has recently emphasized its commitment to diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging initiatives. Why are DEIB efforts crucial for creating a supportive workplace and positive company culture? Kiana?
I would have to say because the efforts go beyond policy. They shape our experiences. When people feel a true sense of belonging, in my opinion, they're more engaged, they're more creative, they feel connected to the overall mission. I think, forgive me, I'm not a clinician, but I would say to me that creates like a psychological safety, right?
Yes. Yes.
Where
Absolutely.
everyone that works here feels like they can contribute and they can show up authentically and be who they are and be celebrated for who they are. It's more than just like representation. It's just for those of us who work behind the scenes. Again, I'm not a clinician, but for those that are in administration, the efforts just they validate our voices
Yeah. Yeah.
and contributions.
Yeah. Love that you just said that for sure. Stephanie or Stacy, anything you'd like to add?
Just to echo what Kiana said, when clinicians or therapists are supported in their work, in their working roles, and they feel like they are actually a welcomed employee, they're going to be productive, and the productivity shines. And when you have productive workers that represent your company, they are the billboard basically for your company, and they invite your client population. So it's a two-way win-win situation for both yourself and the company. And it also shows the diversity is welcome. And all of the things that the DEIB is trying to promote is going to be received in the services that we offer based on what our productivity and desire to work for the company looks like. It is just reflective in the things that we do as employees and what the company does to continue to keep us here and to retain us.
Yeah, definitely. Very important. Stacy?
Yeah, I agree with everything that's been said. I think it makes DEIB makes employees feel valued, feel included. Also, though, having a diverse workforce and attracting that benefits the company, because research shows when you have that diverse workforce, you have better decision making, you
Yep,
have more creativity, you have more success.
definitely. Glad that you added that for sure. Research definitely supports that. So how is the LifeStance DEIB committee set up, and what are some of the initiatives the committee is currently working on? Kiana?
Yeah. So right now, we're structured in both regional and national leadership. Representation is both clinical and non-clinical. So we operate through like focused subcommittees, and this is new for us this year. Last year was just state to state, whereas this year we're actually matching the setup that LifeStance has regionally based. And with that, we are moving forward with some great initiatives. The first is a diverse voices spotlight that we're going to highlight on the campus, where we just, highlight and give a shout out to our team members who are doing incredible work in the community. The next thing that every one of our regions are actively doing right now are they're doing book clubs and having discussions, scheduled discussions, just to support one another and have the conversations and have that space to just be honest and reflect and just come together. We're in this virtual space now, and that just gives us an opportunity to build some camaraderie. My huge focus as the director is our community engagement. And so I'm going to be working with Stephanie to get out there, to get us out there, to get our word out there, to get our work out there. I think we could use a little more of that right now to let people know who we are, what we stand for. We have services and passionate people that can assist you. And that is, again, my focus this year is to do that. And also an employee resource group. That's going to be a little bit more difficult, probably take more time, but definitely something that is very important to me.
Oh my gosh, yes, thank you. Wow, the committee definitely sounds busy.
Yes.
Is Stephanie or Stacy?
I'm just
Ah.
excited to be a part of all this, but I'll definitely let Stacy answer because she is the co-chair of my division of the DEI.
Yeah, we had our first meeting. We're still working it out, but we are doing a book club, which is very exciting. Our next book in honor of autism awareness is The Reason I Jump. So I'm really excited about that. Based on our meeting last month, me and my co-chair Jennifer decided there were so many great ideas. It was a little overwhelming. So for this month, we're going.
That's a good thing that there were so many good ideas, right?
Yes.
That's great. Trying to pick which ones. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So we decided we'll plan month by month. So for April's meeting, we'll plan May and then on that way, so we can be able to incorporate everything and then be a little bit more organized. So that's what we're doing. And in terms of so many great ideas were thrown out of different lunch and learns we could do, people doing pride parades, things like that in their areas. And we would feature all of that, of course, like in a newsletter. So yeah, that's what we're doing, and it's free flowing. So hopefully it evolves out of that. And yeah.
Right. Thank you. Definitely sounds like you're doing some exciting work. Definitely. Why is it important for mental health professionals to be culturally competent when working with clients? And how can DEIB efforts help with this? Why don't we start off with Stephanie?
I think it's important for us to be culturally competent because we need to be able to connect with our patients. And I used to teach a class in of group dynamics. And one of my favorite subjects to talk about was the stages of group process. And one of the most important parts of forming groups or just meeting with people in general is the forming and joining stage, where you're getting to know your patients that you're working with. And that's extremely important to take the time to build rapport because it shows that you're invested in the relationship. And it also is showing that you appreciate someone's story, because everyone has a story, right? And that's valuable. So it's definitely important that we understand where our patients are coming from in terms of their ethnicity and any kind of racial differences or religious concerns or issues that we need to know about so that we can not offend them and can further enhance those things into their treatment and stuff. To give a random example, if you are asking one of your patients to do some physical exercise, go for a walk in their neighborhood, and you know nothing about the neighborhood that person is coming from, let's say the person lives in a very not so safe area, and you tell them to go out for walks. You say that because you don't know anything about their
Fair
life
point.
circumstances.
Right,
And
right.
it's extremely important to understand where someone is coming from. So just joining with the patient is extremely important. And that's why it's important for us to understand culturally, ethnically, and racially in all ways who we're working with.
Yeah, I agree. Stacy?
Yeah, everything Stephanie said. And I would just like to add, it's research shows that being culturally competent also prevents misdiagnosis. And it allows us to also tailor our interventions and you get better outcomes for the client. So it actually, research shows, benefits the whole kind of continuum of care. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Gosh. Any other takeaways or insights either of you guys would like to share?
I would. I heard somewhere, and I hope I get this right. It's not about just about how the table is built. I'm sorry, about who's at the table, but how the table is built. And I think cultural awareness, interweaving that into training and hiring and leadership, it makes it possible for our providers to deliver care that is inclusive. We want to make sure that your care is inclusive. Yeah, cultural awareness is key.
Yes. Thank you. Stephanie or
Um,
Stacy? Any other takeaways?
Yeah, and I just how our DEIB committees are trying to help better our clinicians be more culturally competent is through training and education. We've got Kiana's unconscious bias training, which I know she's so excited about. I am too. Hopefully, we'll get that to everyone in the company, but also in our newsletters and things we put out, like it's Ramadan and this is what that means, and
Yep.
this is what that means for people. That's important.
I agree. Definitely.
Yeah.
I definitely appreciate LifeStance allowing therapists to be very creative in their treatment design, where a
Yes.
lot of services are very controlling of that. And that makes me feel extremely welcomed and have a sense of belonging so that I can put my own Stephanie spin on my treatment and be authentic. I deliver my service. And I think that makes you a more effective clinician and stuff. And you're just received by your patients and things. If they sense any kind of lack of genuineness,
Right.
your patients aren't going to continue to stick with you. So I appreciate that. And last takeaway I would really to see is for LifeStance to be more reflective of the population that it services.
Okay.
The look in different offices need to really represent what the clientele looks like. We need to think about the areas that we are servicing and try to promote and bring in more individuals who look like the population that is represented by that office. And I think that will really enhance what we appear like in advertisements and things of that nature, and will just take LifeStance to the next level in terms of service practice.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you all, Stephanie, Stacy, and Kiana. Thank you for sharing your insights, your knowledge, and your talents in regarding DEI, the amazing DEIB community that we have formed and will continue to do good work. I know. So thank you again.
Thank you, Nicole.
I'd also like to thank the team behind the podcast, Jason Clayton and Juliana Whitten. Thank you for listening to Converse from the Couch. Take care, everyone.